welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well, but probably if you've clicked on this video, you're looking for something, you're trying to figure out something, and I hope that I can help you leave this video today feeling on top of the world, really. Essentially, I'm going to talk about how do you get past the cloudy days. You know, you'll have days where you feel like you're just underneath cloud the whole time. There will be times in your life where you feel like everything is going wrong. But how do you get past that and come out stronger? Because that's the key. So before we even get into that, you know, with a few tips, I want you to understand what it is you're going through right now. Every time life throws you a hard time, it is doing you a favor. And it may feel like it's not. It may feel like it's treating you poorly. It may feel like nothing's going right and you can't actually see any light at the end of the tunnel. But the fact is, it's doing you a favor, because this moment right here is going to remind you of just how strong you are. It's the moments where we pull ourselves out of the dirt from being buried that we become stronger. Now, I'm going to give you a metaphor that will change your whole outlook on this. When you put a seed in the ground, you bury it. Just like you feel now, you're being buried, right? But what happens to that seed is it grows, and it grows strong. And once that seed gets bigger and bigger, eventually might become a tree. And that tree will bear fruit later on, but no one would have imagined that that seed started off by being buried. And that is exactly where you are right now. You are that seed in the ground, getting ready to grow. It's a beautiful thing. Your lowest lows are a beautiful thing, and once you get out of them, it's a lot easier to see them like that. You know, I completely understand that there are going to be moments in your life where it doesn't feel like you're worth living. And that's okay. That's part of this experience. You're not supposed to go through life and for everything to be so smooth and easy and just everything comes to you. No, because otherwise you'll never get to really enjoy the moments that are great. So how do you get yourself out of these runts that most people will find themselves in at least a couple times in their life? How do you get yourself out of it? I think the number one thing that you have to do is to begin to understand a position of where you are right now in the time of your life and where you will be in the next 6 months. You need to figure out a little plan for yourself and mark this moment as right now to be the seed moment. Before the tree grows and before the fruit, this is where you are. A lot of times what will happen is the biggest change actually doesn't come from easy going, it comes from pain and suffering. Evolution has never made changes because an animal was easy. It was, you know, evolution doesn't happen, it happens through pressure, okay? And that's exactly where you are right now. So you can think about this moment as if you're evolving. And I want you to think about it like that. I want you to know that this moment right now is going to pass. And you're going to look back on this and you're going to go, you're going to be thankful. And the reason why you're going to be thankful is because you would never have got to the position in the future without this moment right now. Now, I chose to do this on a pretty cloudy day, but I hope that the camera's got this quite right. You know, I'm not so great at filming. I'm just here to try teach people, you know, these lessons that I have learned personally with my relationship towards the universe. And building on top of that topic, another thing that you can do in your hard times, in the moments where you feel down, is you need to really build that relationship with the universe or God or whatever you want to call it. How that is, I don't mind. You know, the universe doesn't mind. It's waiting for you to reach out, okay? When you do that and you've reached out to the universe and you let them know, or you let it know that right now I'm having a hard time, can you please help? Or just talk to it like it's a friend. You've got a relationship going. And what you'll find is the magic will start rolling. The things will, you know, the run will not be as sufferable as it is without the universe, without God, okay? With God or with the universe behind you, you can accomplish anything. Absolutely anything. So use this moment as a time to get closer and build your relationship more and more with the universe. And what do I mean by that? I mean taking time out of your day to, give yourself some space to go out into nature or find a moment to sit down and just think about these things and talk out loud. You can talk to yourself. There's a massive skill in being able to talk to yourself. And actually it's been found that people with a higher IQ tend to talk to themselves. So leave it to that, okay? Now I know that when you're in a down moment, it's really hard to pull yourself out of it and believe that it's going to get better. So what can you do? Well, you can remember the past down moments. You can remember the past times where it felt like nothing was going to happen, everything was going wrong, and you felt like this run was going to last forever. And then all of a sudden you got out of it. And what happened? You enjoyed it. So look back on your past hardships and remember that they shape the person you are today. Now, another thing you can do, and I think this is important, is to eat clean, go work out, and if you're a man, this is a controversial subject in the community of men, retain. Absolutely retain. If you're not already retaining, you're missing out on a huge amount of benefits, a huge amount of energy, a huge amount of law of attraction. Your energy is absolutely everything. And what it will do, when you've got more energy, things come easier. When you've got a bigger aura, when you've got a higher frequency, things come easier to you. So retain if you're a man. If you're a woman, well, I can't speak for women. I'd love to be able to say these things, but I will not. I refuse to do that. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I'm a man. So I refuse to do that. What I will say is that doing these things will make the hardship become tolerable, okay? It will make the hardship seem like a game. It's like starting on level 1 and building all the way up. When I was about 13, I played GTA, and I had a realization that life is exactly like this, right? Life is the best game in the world. And I was like, oh my God, I'm such a philosopher right now. I didn't even know what philosopher meant, but I thought, wow, I've just had such an epiphany. But that really changed my life. It made me realize that life is the most amazing game ever. The graphics are the best, the senses are the best, the experience is so better than anything else. So, I can add to this, stop gaming. Stop wasting time on things that aren't going to help you out. But I will also try to understand gaming, because I myself used to do it quite a lot. And that is, it does help to reduce stress. I get that. But if you can, try to stop. Try to take away the time that you're spending on the game and transfer it into something that's going to build you up, okay? No matter what it is. And my last thing that I want to say is the universe loves you, absolutely adores you, and it watches you like a kid, like its own child, and it's trying to push you towards becoming better and evolving, okay? Through spirit. Your spirit evolves. And so when you know that this hard time is going to serve you well. So know that. Now, I think that's all I've got to say on this video. I want to keep it pretty short because I understand that it's pretty hard to figure it out when it's not short. Sorry, someone's just fallen off a kiteboard or something. Just want to make sure they're all right. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here in case I need to run off and save someone on the sea. But yeah, God bless you. And if you don't believe in God, I'm not religious. So I'm just trying to pull people into the fact that there's so much more potential of teachings out there apart from religion. Use the religion as another form of teachings. You don't have to be religious to learn these teachings. Anyways, God bless you, and you got this.